Oklahoma Land Rush. In this video, we will be discussing the Oklahoma Land Rush, which occurred in 1889.
The initial relocation of Native Americans. Prior to the 1890s, the American government believed that the Indian Territory was an ideal location to place Native Americans after they were removed from their initial territory, making way for non-Indian settlement. This territory was utilized by a wide assortment of Indian tribes, such as the Chickasaw, Cherokee, Cheyenne, and various other tribes.
Previous tensions. During the Civil War, the tribes on this Indian territory sided with the Confederacy, which was viewed as a betrayal to the Union. By the 1880s, this betrayal further justified the stealing of Indian land by non-Indian settlers.
Non-Indian settlement. Despite protests demonstrated by Native Americans, 2 million acres of land in the central part of this territory were transferred to the federally owned public domain. This land was not assigned to any specific Indian tribe, yet was still felt as an encroachment upon native lands, stripping the Native Americans of their culture. This resulted in thousands of non-Indians relocating onto this land.
Formal collapse of Indian territory. Following the thousands of settlements, several acts were created to aid the creation of homesteads on the territory. The prior enactment of the Dawes-Severally Act further encouraged non-Indian settlement through the diminishment of Indian reservations. In 1898, the Curtis Act formally banned tribal governments, bringing a formal end to the Indian Territory, reintroducing this land as the Oklahoma Territory.
Economic opportunity. This land rush further promoted the relationship between economic opportunity and free land. However, despite the settlers' expectations, once settled, a drought occurred the next year, preventing Oklahoma farmers from being able to plant crops and make profit. Regardless of these obstacles, most farmers were prosperous due to the fact that they had settled on fertile land, in an area that received substantial amounts of rain. Nevertheless, due to Oklahoma's location and recurring droughts, the 1930s would eventually bring about the Dust Bowl.